Hey there, Sart here. I want to do one more, just level 99 clear. Just for those of you that maybe don't have Paladin Sylvie, to boost Esther's damage and to get that nice 100% lightning amp that makes this one a little trivial, I guess, for Esther. So this team should also be able to get it done in 4 turns. So without Sylvie, we need some mitigations from Runda. We're going to bring General Celeste for our mag tank. We're going to bring Rain for a fire amp. We're going to go fire element on this one. And then we're going to bring Roberta for the Aquan killer and also for fire support. And she'll do a little extra damage as well to help out with the damage. But we're not really using her much as damage, so don't worry about the fact you see her, EX3 there. Don't sweat that too much. Esther's still going to be doing the majority of the damage on this one. All right, so let's talk about the team. Keeping Cacteria, of course, for the water and earth buffs. Still pretty much naked. She might actually die on this run because there is one turn where the team's going to take a hit, but yeah, don't sweat that too much. Once she does her breaks and buffs, she's pretty much done for the fight anyways. Esther here, pretty much the exact same build you saw in my previous clear. Haven't changed anything about that. We're not going to be using her to tank on this one. All right. Yeah, so same killers and everything that you saw last time. If you can do better, great, right? I didn't want to go all out on my Esther here, just in case you can't, your Esther doesn't reach quite these levels. Here's our Celeste. She needs to be pretty bulky to take some of the non-elemental hits. You don't want her to be too squishy. Don't have to worry so much about the resists because Cacteria will take care of the elemental resists for you. So just make her nice and bulky, right? Whatever you got to make her nice and bulky, and do that in both forms because we will use her Brave Shift form to apply the bird killer. So she's got a 100% bird killer for the team, so that's pretty helpful, and we'll use that. So make sure, just bulk her up in both forms. That's all you got to do. Runda, of course, does Runda things here for the mitigations. He'll also help get rid of some of the Mirage stacks. So again, just bulk for him. He will cover the physical attacks on turn 2, unless we push the threshold on turn 2, then he'll cover them on turn 3. All right. Rain here is just his usual. He's just here to chain with Esther and to give us the increased fire amp. I did finally boost his fire amp up to 55%. Not necessary, of course. It's nice, but it's not necessary. If you can only do it up to 50%, that's fine. But even so, Roberta's going to get us up to 45% too easy. Nothing really going on in this form. Okay. So don't worry about it. He's not really going to contribute much damage. You can see here, Roberta, I literally just threw her in and didn't even bother to check to see if any gear was missing. Yeah, she's not geared for this fight at all, really. I threw her in simply as a support role. So even if your Roberta is like EX0, that should be fine. All right, so let us get in here and let's see what we can do to this thing. All right, so there you go again, turn 1. It puts up the Mirage and all of its buffs. The buffs are undispellable. The Mirage is undispellable, so you have to get rid of it before you can do any damage. So we're going to start with our high attack and mag breaks, followed by earth and water resist buffs. Celeste is just going to do her magic cover. Runda will do his LB for the mitigations. All right, Roberta is going to Inferno Breath for the Imbue and Imperil. We're going to hold off on support from the skies. We'll do the aquatic killer and mega breath. That's just to get her ready, or to, you know, bump up the modifier on her mystic breath. Rain will do blaze saber, rising saber, and prominence saber. And all of these hits will get rid of the mirage for next turn when we do our first burst. So shouldn't have any trouble there. Alright. So most of the damage here is going to be magic. There'll be a few, I think, single target physicals, but Runda will provoke all of those. Yeah, so all the elemental magic is resisted. All the non-elemental magic is easily handled by Celeste there. Alright, so Cacteria is now going to do mental and armor breaking needles, and then we'll give the boost to Rain there. Celeste will shift. We'll do life devoted to the opera, that does the bird killer. Alright, Runda, we'll just have him, actually, you know what, we'll just have him guard. It doesn't really matter what he does. Alright, and Rain will shift to do his LB. Esther will do her LB. And Roberta. Alright, so make sure you don't do quad, because we want to do support from the skies to put up some mirage stacks for everybody, because there's some of the physical attacks evade cover, or ignore cover, and so we want to make sure the team has some mirage stacks for those. So she'll do support from the skies first, and then double mystic. Alright, there's a chance we'll push the threshold on this one. It's okay if you don't. This strategy works either way. If you push the threshold here or not, should still work for you. Alright, so yeah, we might not push it this time. Yeah, and that's fine. Alright. In some cases it's actually better, because we're gonna push it next turn anyways. Alright, so yeah, sometimes Cacteria dies on that one hit. I can't remember which ability it is. So many abilities. I think it's a magic attack, but yeah, sometimes she dies on that. It's really okay if she does. It's not gonna do, like I said, once she's got her breaks in place, she's done. If she is available, you know, something useful she can do is help get rid of mirage stacks on this turn. So, there you go. Just have her get rid of some mirage stacks for you. Alright, and she can just go back to this form. Yeah, I don't think she has anything she needs to worry about. Alright, and we're just going to have him do Extreme Blade. Rising Fury, just to make sure his LB's filled, and anything else. Again, this is all just getting rid of mirage stacks at this point. Alright, and then we'll do another aquatic just to make sure that's still up for next turn, and a double mystic. Actually, how long is the aquatic killer up? Because we do kind of want to make sure we push it this turn. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that, so we're just going to go ahead and push it. Alright, so we'll let Rain go ahead and eat up the rest of those stacks then. That way Runda and Esther can, there we go, that way they can chain it up along with Roberta. And this should push the threshold, which is what we want. Yep. Alright, so that should comfortably put us past the threshold, and in good position to finish off the fight next turn. Alright, The nice thing about pushing the threshold is the boss does nothing. It just reapplies its buffs, and then it basically gives you a free turn to just slaughter it. So again, if Cacteria is still alive, she'll help get rid of Mirage stacks. If she's not, just have Runda and Celeste finish off the Mirage stacks here. All right. And then, yeah, and then here, I mean, this is pretty much going to finish the fight here. Not too difficult. All right. And there we go. One dead salamander. All right. Easy peasy, right? So yeah, that's a perfectly legitimate clear team. If you don't have Paladin Sylvie on your side, but you still have a strong Esther, that should work out for you, no problem. You know, the salamander is slightly weaker to fire than lightning, and so yeah, if you don't have Sylvie, going fire element might be better for you, right? Here we see, yeah, Esther still carrying the fight here, obviously, so she's doing all the damage really. All right, so there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll keep working on some more clear videos over the weekend and next week, so stay tuned. You'll see some more uploads from me as the week goes on. All right, take care, and I'll see you on the other side.